Hello there, my name is Chukwudinwafo. I am a writer, I am a poet, I am an actor, I am also a motivational speaker. Recently I wrote a very beautiful book that is titled Principles and Life, and it is in circulation all over the internet. At the end of this program, I will be giving out the link so that you can access it. The book goes for just $10. With just $10, you will gain access to some proven principles of life and success. I personally believe there is nothing mysterious or mystical about success. I seriously believe that life does not respect anything but principles. Okay? It doesn't matter where you're located. It doesn't matter where your age. It doesn't matter your prevailing circumstances right now. I believe that if you know how, and that know-how is what I call principles. Now, if you know the principles, you will always replicate success. I want to encourage you to go get that book because it goes for just $10. With $10, you can gain great insight to principles that will spoil you out of every mediocrity, and the principles that will spoil you out of every mediocrity. You can be the man of your dream. I seriously believe that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to achieve. I simply believe that whatever is conceivable is achievable. If you can only see it, if you can only imagine it, if you can only think through it, you can get it. I want you to call every of your loved one. I want you to listen attentively because I'm going to be dishing out some of these principles right now. Some excerpts that I coined from that book, and I call them Principles in Life. Some excerpt from the book Principles in Life is what I'll be discussing with you in this telecast, and I will want you to relax and pay attention to what I'll be dishing out today. I want you to get a pen, I want you to get a book, because I'm about to start, and these principles are proven principles. They are no respecter of age, they are no respecter of persons. All you need to do is to apply these principles, follow them and adhere to them strictly, and you will replicate success. Do you understand? You will replicate success. So I'm about to talk to you on what I titled today, Principles and Life. Principles and Life. Now, the first thing you need to understand about principles is that the principles are the guiding factors around the subject. Is that principles are the underlying word in life activities. Principles are highly esteemed in the school of success. This is because principles are fundamental to success. The end product of any principle, correctly followed and adequately adhered to, is success. Wherever success exists, there are principles in place. Success is the effect, principle is the cause. Do you understand? Okay, according to the law of effect and cause, every effect must have a cause. Every effect must have a cause. Success doesn't just happen, they are achieved. Okay, principles must be intentionally followed and practiced in order to achieve success. Every success that is achieved outside the principle, that success will never last. This is the reason. The reason is because it takes the same principles, it requires the same principles that is followed to achieve success in order to sustain that success. Now, if success comes as a result of mistake, if success comes by chance, that there are also chances that you will lose that success because you don't really know how to sustain that success. So today I will be sharing with you principles that are very, very, very important. These are principles that have been proven over time. These are principles that I believe will spoil you up, to become the man of your dream. Now, it takes the same principle that produce success to sustain it. I've said that before. There are principles for everything in life. There are principles of economics, accounting, management, communication, or leadership. It takes principles to be a good chef. It takes principles to be a good driver. It takes principles to be a good security man. There are principles governing finances, happy marriages, successful homes, businesses, effective communication, personal management, leadership, or even the ministry. We live in a generation where people are unrestrained. We live in a generation where people are unrestrained and unruly. A generation where people disregard hierarchy. A generation where people disregard authority. A generation where people questions leadership. A generation where people disregard due process. We live in a generation that disregards principles. Until you are controlled, you can never control anything. Until you join the army, you can never control the troop. So it is very important to know that your life must be guided by principles. In order to achieve success, your life must be